real excitement in the air. People talking everywhere about the good news spreading all around. Young and older, hand in hand, for truth and freedom across this land together, we stand on common ground. The Constitution as our guide, you never find Ron Paul to hide with rhetoric, lies or false concerns. The truth he speaks is in our hearts. As patriots, we know the parts to play, for which all good people yearn. We will decide which life we do create.
Go ahead.
I got tired, sick and tired, of sitting around and reading the internet and watching the Ron Paul revolution happen without me. I tried to do as much as I could in my local neighborhood. I registered 150 kids from the local high school to vote. I Ron Paul'd everybody in town, in my little town in western North Carolina. Met Linda because we're near each other geographically in western North Carolina. Went down to South Carolina and some rallies and ended up driving up to Boston for the Boston Tea Party. We drove this 35-foot Freedom Wagon right up into a nor'easter and had a blast up there, met a bunch of patriots, saw potential. She was on CNN, a man by the name of Ted Anderson from GCN, Genesis Communications Network, saw the CNN interview, heard us on Ron Paul Radio doing live broadcasts from the Boston Tea Party, shot us an email, said, hey, we want to give you a radio show Monday through Friday on the GCN network to cover Ron Paul, everything Ron Paul. You have total freedom to do whatever you want to do. Let Linda know that was a good idea. We need to get out there in the country anyways and make a difference. And that's what we've been doing for 2 weeks now. And it's awesome. I love this opportunity. I'm meeting patriots from all the corners of the United States, and it is a very good feeling. It's a very good feeling to see people step up in their local communities. And you can always watch us on GCNlive.com. You can listen live, and also on RonPaulRoadshow.com and GrannyWarriors.com. But that's pretty much it. We talk about everything. We've made a major difference recently. We got tired of people talking about a recount and how there was fraud in the New Hampshire primaries and how there was a statistical difference between the significant statistical difference between the hand-counted counties and the Diebold machine-counted counties on what Ron Paul was pulling, about 4 or 5% difference. And that's pretty big considering all the hand-counted counties were rural, which we didn't do well in Iowa, and all the Diebold machines were urban, which we did well in Iowa. Maybe there's some shenanigans going down. So, we got right on it. We started talking about it, started raising money for a recount, got a call from a candidate by the name of Albert Howard, who was on the ballot in New Hampshire and who is officially allowed to ask for a recount. Didn't wait for national headquarters to get Ron Paul to do it. We knew they wouldn't. They don't want to rock the boat, so we rocked it for him. Flew his butt over there into New Hampshire in a matter of 3 hours from talking to him. We bought him a plane ticket. He got there. We hooked him up with a very trustworthy patriot in New Hampshire that we know, who's been driving him, has brought him into his family, into his home, and they're both willing to ride this out to the long end for the long haul and find out if there was any voter fraud up there. We officially filed for the recount on Friday, right before the deadline, and they don't have any idea how to handle it. They didn't see it coming. We flew in right under the radar. I guarantee you that all the candidacies have been talked to by the Republican National Committee and all sorts of other entities that I won't mention to say, don't do a recount, we'll crucify you. Well, they didn't see us coming. We flew right in under the radar, and now they're going to have to deal with it. And there is going to be a recount in New Hampshire, and it's going to start as soon as possible. It's going to be a hand count. They cannot defraud us. The ballots are not in a central location. They're spread out in sealed envelopes in all of the townships and precincts throughout New Hampshire. There will be a hand count. How it's counted hasn't even been determined yet, but they're so disorganized that we're getting to have input on how they're going to do the recount. This is huge. This could be huge for the Ron Paul revolution. If we can show any statistical difference whatsoever, even if it's 1/100 of 1% between what the hand count presented and what the Diebold machines printed. Diebold or Premier, they changed their name to that, they're going down. And when they go down, it's going to send a ripple through the entire country that machines are not reliable. And when that happens, it's going to be like throwing gasoline on the Ron Paul revolution. We already got a fire going, but it's about to get big. It's about to get hot. And we're going to start a war fund. We've already started. We got $30,000 in 48, 50 hours on the chip-in that you can find on Daily Paul and our website on thegrannywarriors.com. That chip-in is going to result in a war chest that we're going to take to all of the states of this union that have primaries and say, hey, if there is any shadiness at all, we are going to demand a recount. And we've got the resources to do it. We've got the time to do it. We don't need the national headquarters permission to do it. And you don't need the national headquarters permission to do anything. Stop calling them and trying to give them good ideas about... They don't care. If you have a good idea, do it. Call it up, get it done.
Can you clear up about the contributions, and people are asking questions about that? Clear up that issue about you can donate to this and it doesn't count towards your contributions?
That's correct. You're not going to be making a contribution to the Ron Paul campaign in any official format at all. You're just going to be chipping into this war chest. So the $2,300 FEC rule has no relevance whatsoever with this chip-in. This is going to shake the establishment. If we can only show, and people have tried for years with petitions and lawsuits well after the fact to try to show voter fraud, and a few people have been recently in Ohio. 2 gentlemen were arrested and convicted of contributing to voter fraud, but it took 4 years for that to happen. Well, we don't have 4 years. We don't have 4 months. We've got to do this right now. And so this is going to be a major part, I think, of the Ron Paul revolution. It's going to open people's eyes up that the Ron Paul revolution cares about the votes. 98% of American voters don't believe in voter fraud. I don't know what the other 2% are, smoking crack or something. I don't know. But most everybody disagrees with any form of voter fraud at all. And so we can change this. We're going to go back to hand counted. We're going to make it happen. We're going to see some very good fireworks next week. Stay tuned. Ron Paul Roadshow. Chip in.
There's a great man we can count on, who stands far above the crowd, leading the cause for freedom. We have someone on our side now. We the people are ready, with our backs up against the wall. In this time of great trouble, our nation really needs Ron Paul. He's hope for America, hope for America, hope for America now. Anytime you're ready to lend a helping hand, we can really make a difference here and truly save this land. Our country is in great danger. Our forefathers warned us all. Now if we are to save our republic, we're really gonna need Ron Paul. He's hope for America,